decide whether I should wear my glasses or not so I can see, but then I don't want to see everybody out there. All right, I guess the glasses win. So I'm here to talk to you tonight about social media and our relationships with social media, as well as how social media plays a big role in our relationships in the real world. We might think that it's all that online stuff, but it's not. How many of you have made at least one date from MySpace? Come on. No? Really? Well, I did, and I'm still with him. And so don't worry, this talk isn't all about MySpace, but it's to illustrate that we really do bring social media into our real lives. So a lot of people use social media, and particularly Twitter, just to get information. And that's okay if you're just a listener. But social media also brings us to the place where we can question our values and realize that social media is actually valuable. And when we start realizing that we can share ourselves and promote each other, it becomes more and more valuable. And then this was on a day when Twitter crashed. Well, it didn't really crash, but it showed that none of us had any followers. And it was like, wait a second, is anybody listening? Are we alone? And the answer was no. We have to just keep talking to each other. We have to interact. Otherwise, it isn't really social media. Another thing that we do is we welcome people that we know in real life to social media, such as Twitter. And that's a really easy way. We're comfortable with that. It's like, oh, Dave, you got a Twitter account. That's awesome. Welcome. But then, like, our mother, hi, Mom. My mom's actually here, which is awesome. But it's like, it's comfortable for us. Yeah, yay, Mom. It's comfortable for us to meet up with people we know online. And it's also comfortable for us to share information about real-time experiences. This was a little while ago, a few months ago, when we actually had an earthquake here. And it was like, whoa, was that really an earthquake? It's like, yeah, that was really an earthquake, but we could talk to each other about it and share our experiences. And then we can actually go deeper. We can go deeper to people we've met. And Ravi was somebody who I had met briefly, but then I read one of his articles and was like, wow, this is really cool. And then I ended up being his client for 9 or 10 months as he was my coach, which really blew me away that social media brought that into my life. And so when we start looking on a local level, we realize that, hey, there are people that we know and we can learn more about them. And then we can tell other people about them. And so we can share not only about ourselves, but what we love about other people who we love. And I just love that. And this was an interaction that happened because I put out there that I was from Ithaca. And they're like, oh, wow, you're from Ithaca? That's cool. My sister has a film production company in Ithaca. Do you know her? And I was like, no. And then I saw that, like, there were these people doing beautiful things that I didn't even know about right here in town. And then you can go into social media and get information. I'm also a journalist from time to time and get information about articles. And it always freaks me out when people don't think that you should be following them. And so that's why I blacked out this person's name, because if you're on Twitter, people are going to follow you. And if you don't want them to, stop. Like, really. There's no point, because you're being antisocial, which is kind of the opposite goal of social media. But I love using social media to promote local businesses, and wow, these 15 seconds go really fast. We have our online identities, and being authentic online is really cool, but and I recommend it, but sometimes it doesn't always match up, and it's like, oh, I'm spending too much time being authentic online. I need to be authentic in real life too. And we get to connect with people. Like, these are all people who I knew were moms. And it's like, hey, happy Mother's Day. And then we went to, yeah, Rob Engelsman. Then we did this event called Twithaca, and there's a Twithaca hashtag. And basically, at these events, it was a way for people in real life to meet people that they had met online through Twitter and connect. And wow, it's already over. But for me, it changed my life because Twitter brought me my business partners. Mateo, Greg, and Phoebe. We're MouseLink Media. We're streaming live tonight. Share what you love. Share it in person. Share it online. Just share, because it means everything. Thank you.